Don't quite up. There we go. Let's do this real quick. Daily extreme challenge. Alright, then. Oh. Alrighty. Oh, really? Oh, man. Dang it. I messed it up. There we go. Oh my god. I forgot about these ones. No. Dang it! Oh my gosh. Exactly. You got if you kill the one on the left too soon, then the two on the right, and the nice possible to be all overwhelmed with. So why you got to take it quickly. With this one, I just like. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart with this one, but okay, so like when I run to get this first one, I run, wall jump, get higher, and ground pound, which that ground pound, since Rayman goes up a little bit before actually ground pounding, it kind of gets you that third one. So that's how people do that part so quickly. Just so you know. And this one is a different, a tricky way to kind of get that smooth. I did it one of the attempts earlier. I'm gonna set up still. The closer you jump, the sooner you jump, the better. But too soon, and you like hit the ceiling that I just did. So I'll hit the ceiling. This is the one I got the upload stuff. Yeah, that one's kind of tricky though. That one can be tricky to do. I think I used to be a little better at that. Time back. a little more consistent. Not so much now. Oh, kind of. I mean, that was not the most perfect variation of it, but I was like really close to it because I still slowed down just a little bit, but it's still pretty good. Because the perfect version of it is where I pretty much don't slow down at all. Because the point would be to try to keep the speed as you like jumping over the thing while you're up there. I know. I think that time I just went a little slow trying to get to the ones on the right. That's the thing too. Is when you kill the one on the left, you have to be able to be fast enough to get the other one after it. So it's just really tricky. There we go, that's a little bit of a better variation of that. Yeah, here's the little mathematical cheat. Or actually, I'll explain that in a minute after I actually start. I already know I'm messing up anyway, mentioned, so between attempts, I'll explain it. Just notice how like, yeah, battery start. Okay, all right. I hate everything blocking this stupid screen. All right, look at the top. Okay, look at the top set of lungs right there. It's above the word pause. Okay, so you see how there's like the little five little small little yellow dots, which would be the lungs, and there's that bigger bubble that all this around. Yeah, that's a set of six lungs right there. Like not the bubble, but the whole thing. Like, the bubble is also one lung, but basically, the quicker you get the bubbles, like the five little lumps are like bonus slums, depending on how quick you get the bubble of lumps. And the thing is, what I was mentioning earlier about a mathematical cheat code, oh, that's what I call it, because every multiple of six in multiplication is an even number. Because six is an even number, like 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on. All those numbers are even. And there's no multiple of 6 that's an odd number. So a way to know if you somewhat fell a little short of a lung is to look at the lung count. And if it ever changes to an odd number, then you know that you didn't get it. If it changes to like an odd number, and it's if it's like an odd number, then you miss lungs. So that's like the mathematical cheat code. That's just a more general way of knowing. More specific way to know, because I mean, even though there's no odd multiple of 6, you can still have an even number and still be behind a lum. So the first way is a more general way is look at the number. If it's an odd number, then you fell short. Now, if it's an even number, then you just pretty much have to know your multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and so on. Just knowing your multiples of 6. So if you get a number like 152, 160, or no, 120, 150 would be the next multiple. So if you get a number like 152, then that means you didn't get all the lums, because 152 is a non-multiple of 6, meaning you're actually probably 8 lums or 4 lums behind. Or at least, well, I wouldn't say 4, it depends. So basically, now here's the thing. The third way, or a more very specific way to know if you missed any lums is pretty much just pay attention to how many little groups of lums are. So like in this first little section, there's three. There's the one right in front of me, and then the two that I jump up to and stuff. So that's three groups of six lums. So 3 times 6 is 18. So this section has 18 lums. If I have a number less than that after the section, then that means I missed a lum. Which normally I don't end up getting less than 18 at the end of the section, because if I end up ground pounding too soon to get the top one, then I just restart anyway. So I barely ever see that. And like for the next section, I think had just the one, we had a ground pound to it. So by the second section, you have the number less than 24, then again, that means you missed. So that's like the third and more specific way to know. So I just figured I'd point that out real quick, I mean, I'm sure some of you just here to just maybe not hear me yapping but I mean, maybe some people might be interested in the tips, and whilst it may not be something that an average Rayman Legends Challenge player would think of, it's, something there to help. So that's enough of me yapping. I'm going to keep trying this again. Oh my, okay, what was that? Okay, I just really messed up right there. Oh, that was terrible. Hey, see, I messed with that ground pound, and I didn't even bother to keep going. I just restarted, because I know I can do this. There we go. 24, which has got 4, so that's another 24, so it's 48. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if any of you if you guys have any interesting ideas for like a Rayman Legends like challenge like kind of video I should do, feel free to let me know. Maybe like I don't know, something. 155. That's not it. Or like for example, I've seen like somebody on YouTube doing like I think it was like Rayman Legends, but they were like trying to beat the game with the minimum Murphy uses possible or something. I think they're trying to see like how many times do you actually need Murphy or something. So like, and every time you had to use the button for Murphy, I think it counted. I think it's some. I don't fully remember what the rules were that he had established, but the general idea is that the goal is to use Murphy as little as possible. I have an odd number, so it doesn't work. So I mean, yeah. Alright, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like I was a little slow this one. Yeah, if you guys have any interesting ideas you want to see if I can do, then maybe just leave them down in the comments, and I'll see what I can do, and I'll happen. Now, I think when I seen the person doing the challenge in the video, I don't think they were counting getting the teen seeds or whatever. Like as far as getting the teen seeds, I think that was like That wasn't really a primary thing. I think they were just strictly trying to beat the game with fewest Smurf uses. So it wasn't. So the use of the teensy, so getting the teensies wasn't really objective. I mean, unless if maybe like it would help pass, other sections or out, if you're able to get like the teensy to give you the heart, whatever. Because like if you have because like if you like play Rayman Legends, you're trying to get the teensies. If you go and try to get the queen or king teensies, if you can do it without using Murphy, well, really the general idea of one of the things about the game is if you get a queen or king teensy, they give you like a heart, which is like it's like an extra hit point, where you can take damage and not die. And so, sometimes you need an extra hit point to help skip certain Murph uses. So, like, if you can get a Queen or King Teensy without using Murphy, then that would be great. But sometimes if you need a Murphy use in order to get that part to skip other sections, then it just comes down to weighing down, your options, because maybe you use like Murphy, maybe you use the button pull like twice to get the thing, but then maybe you only need to skip one Murphy use, so that it wouldn't be worth it. That is so dumb. That is actually dumb, bro. I cannot believe right in there I just died. I'm just really not. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see him. Like, I could have completed that section, and I know what the section after that is. It's actually an easier section. So, like, I can do better, because where I'm sitting right now, I think is like on the borderline of the goal. I think it's like I think I'm like really kind of close to being down to silver, and I'm trying to keep my standards up to at least gold cups. So. Like, there's been very few times where I've just not cared about getting gold cup if for some reason it was too hard, but then at some point, I think later on that same day or same week, I've come back to get the gold. So I never try to do less than the gold by the end of the challenge. Diamond cups, however, are different. Like, these kind of timed challenges, I don't feel like I'd ever get the diamond cups because, like, it's just like how, like, some of these scores I see, it's just like how. So the timed ones like these, I always try to get gold. Now, the distance ones, where it's seeing how far you can go without dying, that's different. Because that just revolves around not dying. Like the as far as you can challenges. Where you just try to see how far you can get without dying. Those ones I can definitely get diamond cups on. And then now the as many as you can for the dojo, which is basically equivalent of as large as you can, but it's as many as you can because the dojo is just like with the lungs. But those ones I haven't quite been able to reach diamond cup, I don't think yet. At least I don't remember. I think there was a point where I got kind of close, but I just couldn't seem to get it. And eventually just kind of settled for what I had. But I'm getting there. Getting better at some of the hard kind of sections. It's just a matter of like not dying, Oh, that's terrible! Oh my god, that's so stupid! Oh my god, that's totally gonna screw me on time here. Oh! Oh my god, that's so gonna screw me for time. Oh my god, I almost did that better, bro. Oh my god, this is stupid. There we go. 324, I can do so much better. if I just like stop messing up so much, I could do so much better. By no means am I planning on getting to 400 or even close. I just know I can do much better than what I am. Like, it's ridiculous how bad I am doing right now. It's such so much time. It's just terrible. Oh my god, I hate the freaking... No, that's nothing too about this game, so I don't understand. It says 3, 2, 1, go, but then you can't even do anything on the word go. And it still takes like a few milliseconds after it disappears before you can do anything. It's like it says go and you still stopped. Like, that's the opposite. It's like that, sometimes that messes me up. And like even from even the transition to the next section, you know, section will load in and it'll say go, and it's that same few millisecond, you know, delay. And sometimes that messes me up because I'm trying to like go. I'm trying to like go, and it's like I can't. You know, sometimes I go a little too early and I just don't do anything instead, or I just do the wrong things, or I do the correct thing, just not the way I need to. Like that, it didn't even register my square input for doing my little spin attack to get there fast, so I ended up being slower, like a crawl. So like, I don't understand that. Now, I will say though, as far as the dojo, because I just remembered to mention it, but as far as the dojo, I think part of the reason people are getting good times on the dojo is because apparently there's actually a way to do the online challenges with 2-player. You can actually have, you know, like how you like have your, you know, like split, you have like your player 1, player 2 kind of thing. Well, you can take that into challenges. And so for things like the dojo, it actually makes it easier to get the lumps quicker. Because now you have a second person, so like, if there's a lum, if there's like sets of lums or like some on one side and some on the other, well now, if you have a second person to do it with you, you can get it a lot easier. Well, it's a lot easier to get a lot quicker. Now that second person, it's like one person gets the lums on one side, the other person takes the other. So if there's lums like some on the left and some on the right or something, you can have one person going to the left and the other staying by the right. You know? Like this section, someone, you know, one person can do like what I'm doing, the other one start going to the other side to save that couple seconds of time. You know, so like, you know, having a second player really saves time. Now, unfortunately, I've just never really had, you know, a second player helping me with these challenges, which, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I really think that's kind of unfair to use 2 players for these challenges, and my reasoning behind it is simple. Because that means that that player helped you get that score. So that's not your score, that's the score between you and the other person. So technically, you didn't get that score by yourself. And the thing is, probably a lot of people are getting this stuff by themselves. But some people might have the advantage of 2 players, and like I said, you know, it's kind of unfair because when you look at the leaderboards, there's only one name at a time. You know, one name for that person. So you just, you know, it just makes it kind of unfair. You know, I get it, some of you may not care, but like, I'm just saying, like, it's just, I don't understand the swing knives, but oh my god. That's something too, because I've seen how 2 players can help out, and that's just one way that it really gives you the advantage. That's especially when there's lums on, like, that harder section with those knives and stuff, 2 players would really, really help out. Because if one focuses on the left, the other focuses on the right, you can just, instead of having to basically fly and glide over between sets of lungs, you just have 2 people on each side, and boom, then they can just tackle them like that. It's made less harder, you know? I really just jumped over that. You know, so it's just... So I think, like, it's interesting to have 2 people doing, like, a challenge together, like, on the same thing, but I think it's also unfair as well. Because, like I said, then it, like I said, the leaderboards only show one name. They don't show 2 names on the same spot. You know, they don't show 2 names in the same slot. You know, so I think it's really unfair to have 2 people trying to do that challenge deal like that. I think you should stick to like 1 person, which, yeah, because stuff like this, you're gonna need two players to really give that extra advantage. Because and even that part too, the part that I just messed up on, one player can be going for the one on the left, the other two can get ready to bounce on the two on the right. You know, so it's another way you can save time. Like there's quite a few different ways that two players can really save time as opposed to just doing it by yourself. So that's why I say that's kind of unfair. You know, especially when some people will just really need them awesome points, and I still keep messing up on that. So I keep pointing right when I need to run these sections, but yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like when I mentioned about, you know, don't use the glitch for the never-ending pit, whatever, with the infinite jump thing, get out of bounds. You know, I remember saying before in a past video, you know, like don't, you know, be using like the glitch or anything like that to try to get, you know, up to the top or anything like that, because that's unfair. I mean, obviously I've still seen people do it since, you know, like, you know, I've seen, you know, leaderboard scores so high that the only way they got it that quick is to do that, because otherwise it takes forever. You know, I've seen like earlier in the day, people were already getting like, you know, hundreds of thousands of meters, you know, in other words, hundreds of kilometers, or sometimes I see spots of like 1,000 kilometers. You know, it's like, you know, obviously they're probably glitching because they're not going to spend that much of their time in that day just to do it legit. You know, because that glitch exists, and that's what these other people are using. So, you know, that's why I said in that past stream, or one of the past streams that I did Rayman Legends, you know, like, don't use, you know, the glitch. And so in this case, it's the same thing, you know. Two players, you know, it's not a glitch, I don't think, but don't do it. You know, because it's unfair. For, you know, so the same reason why I say don't use, like, I mean, okay, you know, maybe it's possible to get to 1,000 kilometers and never even hit, and actually it probably is, but, I mean, like I said, who's really going to spend that much time in their day? I mean, of course, sure, somebody probably can, or it's probably happened. Still, the point is, don't use glitches. And like I said, as far as two-player, I don't really think it's a glitch as far as two people being able to do that, you know, with the challenges. But I do think it creates an unfair advantage. So that's why I'm saying no. Like, if you're just trying to get like something out of the challenges, then, you know, if you're just trying to get somebody some kind of all 6 points, you want to ensure that you at least get something. Like, if you're like, okay, same thing again. Like, if you're just trying to get the trophies and stuff, then fine. If you need two people to speed it up, then fine, do it. You know, you need the trophies, you need all 6 points. You feel like glitching and two-player moding will speed it up, fine. You do that if it's for the trophies, or if you're trying to help someone else get trophies. But once you get all that stuff done, like, please don't, because like I said, at that point it's just unfair. If you're just doing it at that point just, you know, to get up there at the top, then just don't. It's like I said, that just creates an unfair advantage, and, you know, it's just not cool. Alright, so that's why I say no. Dang it, I just love how the game just like pushed me back into, because I was like against the screen and it just pushed me back into the knife. Dang it. Yeah, that part's hard. So the guy started to get all my trophies, so that's why I'm not worried about, you know, trying to use this for spins. Well, that, and, you know, yeah. So that's basically that. Oh my! That registered so late, and also I was facing the wrong way too. And actually I hit like the square, because I was facing the right way, but like I for some reason went face the opposite way when I pressed square, so that's why I like faced the other way. So like, yeah. Also, I'm getting a few people invited me to parties, so I'm not gonna take that just yet. I'm gonna accept it a little later. First, I'm actually trying to get decent on. Maybe I'll do it after this attempt. I'll do it like between attempts, maybe, or something. That's all I do. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to include party audio automatically or what. I don't know how that works. When I join a party, because when I started the stream, I was not in a party and haven't been so far. So, like, if I join a party all of a sudden? Does it like carry automatically enable party audio or what? Like that's actually something I never knew. All right. Dang it! Oh my god, that was terrible. I will say though, it would be nice, like since you die, it resets that section and puts you back to where you started the section. It'd be nice if the time did the same thing, or like reset back to the time you were at. That would